functioning for well over 7 minutes. We got 6 more minutes to play.
What's up, guys? It's the Gemmy Fan here, and what we have here today is something really special. This is the 2010 to 2011 life-size Freddy Krueger. This was purchased along with the other 3 to 4 life sizes at the antique store for $125. This one, it's a really cool prop overall, and honestly, I would recommend this guy to anybody, any horror collector out there. And but I personally don't really like the looks of it. I love what he does and everything, but I'm just more used to the traditional 2005 Freddy from the original Nightmare on Elm Street movie. This one's a little bit more advanced, yes, which is amazing. You know, I love the movements of the fingers, the head, and the eyes, and the mouth at the same time. It's amazing. You know, including the body turn. It's so much more advanced than the original, yet the phrases are just they're kind of hilarious if you ask me, but it's definitely a amazing prop for any other haunt out there, for sure. I didn't really have to do that much to this guy, but the simple things in my mind were like the hardest things I've ever had to do in a life size in particular, because the head on it was actually it's got a full latex mask on it. And what I had to do is I had to go in there and replace the gear in the eyes, because the gear in the eyes was like almost completely split, and you know, if I were to wait any longer, the gear would just completely give out. So I really didn't want to deal with all that later on. So I just decided to say screw it and go in there and try to repair it. Now that was probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. Let's just say my knuckles were bleeding after that. Because what you had to do is that you had to, you know, I had to somehow disconnect both sides of the shells in the head. It's a really hard process to explain, and I didn't film it because it was rather frustrating, but I did film one part with the hand that moves back and forth. That needed a few updates to it. I forgot what, oh yeah, it had a cracked finger, and one of the springs was broken to make it retract, and also the gear was split in the hand itself. So I had to repair all those things, and now that works great. Surprisingly, I got that thing working. And there was a piece in the body frame up towards the shoulder without the blade arm, and it was preventing it from turning all the way, and it would get caught and then it would stop turning. I don't know why. It probably was just a defect from the start. So I had to cut a tiny little square piece out so it would fully move from side to side and retract itself easily without breaking the mechanism, because it was close to doing that, guys. I'm not gonna lie. But everything else works flawlessly. The mouth, the head, the eyes, the body turn, and the fingers move amazingly. That's really all I have to say about it. He says many phrases as well as the song, which is like 1, 2 phrases come for you, and then you'll get the rest of the lyrics in the song, of course. But it's really cool. My parents aren't too fond of this guy. They would prefer the original Freddy, because of course that's kind of the generation they grew up in. This one's just so much more different, but it's just so much different from the rest. But it definitely stands out for sure in the horror care. I don't really know if I'm ever gonna sell this guy. Maybe one day, but at the same time, for the amount of stuff that I've acquired just from this one guy, I don't really think I'll ever be able to get him again if I just decide to sell them all. So, but that's the thing for the future, not for right now. So for now, I guess we'll continue playing his phrases. And I hope you guys also will throw in a little bit of a clip of when I was repairing the hand. I didn't really do too many clips to this guy because he didn't need that much work at the start. I put in a little bit more because I wanted to make sure he worked correctly, and I wanted to make sure he'll last for another few years without breaking down, because I knew the older gears that were in there were eventually just all going to split. So, but I didn't really do much recording on this guy since there wasn't much wrong with him from the get-go. But I did do a couple clips of when I was repairing the hand, so I will include that. But yeah, guess I'll stop talking now and we'll play the rest of his phrases.
How's this for a wet dream?
And if you can't see, his eyes are actually moving. It's just kind of hard to tell because they're bloodshot.
Why are you screaming? I haven't even caught you yet.
And the funny thing about this Freddy is that this goes for actually the Freddy and the Jason that I bought for him. The toggle switch for it that goes from on to sensor was completely stuck. So I had to go in there and clean it out, and then get a pair of pliers, a pair of heavy pliers or hammer, whatever, and a flathead screwdriver to knock it back in the try me position place, because it was stuck on sensor. And the same thing went for Jason, so I'm going to have to go back and either replace those switches, because they're kind of faulty too. Like sometimes it'll switch from sensor to on and it just gets aggravating. But yeah, anyways, I guess we'll continue.
1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your door. 5, 6, grab a crucifix. 7, 8, gonna stay up late. 9, 10, never sleep again.
And I remember being not too fond of him as a little kid at the time. Well, I wasn't too little, but I remember him being sold at Spirit Halloween in 2010 and then Party City at 2011, and I didn't like him either one of these years.
Ready or not, here I come. Remember me? You can't hurt me.
1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your door. 5, 6, grab a crucifix. 7, 8, gonna stay up late. 9, 10, never sleep again.
I'm your nightmare. You have nothing to worry about. This won't hurt. One little bit. Your memories are what fuels me. Did you know that after the heart stops beating, the brain keeps functioning for well over 7 minutes? We got 6 more minutes to play. How's this for a wet dream?
And we'll get a close-up view of him. He stands, I'd say, about 5'11" to 6 foot. He's actually one of the short, relatively shorter life sizes. Because compared to Michael, I think Michael's about maybe 6'1", 6'2". And then, you know, Jason stands at the 6'4" standard, so it's a lot bigger than the rest, I will tell you that. And if you'll check out our profile picture, that's actually the new profile pictures, all the horror life sizes that I've acquired, and it looks amazing, so hope you guys like that adjustment. But he's got excellent details to the face for sure, very gruesome looking for sure. As you can see, there's his bloodshot eyes. His hat, of course, is removable, but thank goodness it actually did come with a hat. Here's his hand. That was a little bit difficult to take apart for sure, because it was glued in a lot of places and you had to unstick all that super glue that came with it. And of course I have a hook to the try me button so I can do easier demonstrations. But yeah.
Why are you screaming? I haven't even caught you yet.
1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your door. 5, 6, grab a crucifix. 7, 8, gonna stay up late. 9, 10, never sleep again.
So I do hope you guys enjoyed this review over the Gemmy animated life-size 2010 to 2011 Freddy Krueger.